I think you're just
You said on
triggering Frangela
Tuesday.
all on your own. Oh, hi, Frangela. Hi.
Let me tell you something about that thing.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
That thing. I don't even know what she is.
Yes.
I don't know what the words don't form. I don't know what that is. But what I can tell you is, number one, I grieve for all white, cis, straight, wealthy men.
Yes. Yes. She, that's what it was. I can spare you that soundbite. She said, I'm going to stand up for white males who are the most mistreated group of people in the country. Who can't agree with that?
I will say this. I don't know who in the black people meetings has been telling her things, but that is, of course, our plan.
Did you miss the part? I thought maybe you were late this morning because you were walking by Confederate statue and thanking it. Like
being
she
proud.
said. Yes, she said that if she
let her hear it. Let her hear
Oh yeah.
it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Yeah, here we go. This is 23. Sure.
I don't want our statues taken down in our country. I don't think you remove or erase history. So I do agree those statues shouldn't be taken down. They're part of our history. We should learn from our history. We don't erase it. But that doesn't make me a racist because I say leave the statue up there. If I were black people today and I walked by one of those statues, I would be so proud because I'd say, look how far I have come in this country. Look how far my people what they have overcome. And these are good things.
I'm not sure which of your facial expressions is cracking me up more right now.
There was a turn.
No, go ahead.
Tell you, and I've been saying this recently, that Republicans not only redistrict land, but they redistrict reality now. And so what they have done, how can you from one side say
it?
You say you shouldn't be studying. We don't need to study African American history. That's done. That's stupid. That's so stupid for that. But when you walk past this Confederate statue, you should bow down and remember and see how far you've come. Yeah. What we white people have done for you. Do you understand how beat up white men are?
Oh. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Sister Callier. Let me say, if Marjorie Taylor Greene found herself black one day, let me tell you what she doesn't have to worry about. No barbecue will ever get near her. No, she won't be able to smell barbecue. She won't be able to say the word barbecue. She don't get no plate. She don't get no address. She don't get no Evite. Nothing. No paperless post. She can keep her happy, tap dancing. Ooh, her and Tim Scott. That's a couple.
Tim Scott, you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say Tim Scott? Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Well,
say his name 3 times fast and he appears.
I apologize. You brought it up. You brought it up. Okay.
Fentanyl isn't the only poison flooding our countries. Politicians and the culture are getting communities hooked on the drug of victimhood and the narcotic of despair. They are addictive and they are lethal. People see themselves as victims with no hope, no accountability, and no skin in the game.
Presidential candidate Tim Scott. Your thoughts?
I think, what was his name? What was the last tap dancer any of us knew about?
Savion
Glover.
Lawrence Welk.
Savion Glover. Gregory Hines.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. Nowhere near the skill level because it is really hard. Tim Scott, you got to give it up. To tap dance while making biscuits and pancakes, that is a skill.
That's a feat. That ain't a skill. That's called a feat. That's called a phenom. That's why they allow him to run for president.
Well, it's just fun for them, you know.
Are we having
one of their people?
Are we enjoying Black History Month? How's
This has been the worst Black History Month. And I don't think they could have been worse. During Trump, I thought that was as bad as they could get.
Right.
But literally every day, somebody is being so out of control crazy. I'm like, can we just have these 28 days? I don't think that's a lot to ask after 16, 19 to now. Just these 28 days.
Speaking of which,
a little bit of a break.
Didn't Marjorie Taylor Greene just say, I don't want to erase history? Isn't that exactly what not teaching 1619 Project or any kind of racism in school is now erasing history? Like I was saying earlier, that the picture of Ruby Bridges. Someone's like, if this little girl was brave enough to do this, your little white Jaden isn't brave enough to have to learn about it, to learn about our history.
Dude, the best tweet I ever read was, if you were old enough to be a slave, we're old enough to know about it.
Yep.
Right.
And that was from birth.
Right. Did I?
Like, I don't want to say, I don't want to say what happened at the last Black people meeting regarding her, but let me tell you something. A lot of music is now not going to be played at CrossFit.
This is the worst barbecue ever. I don't know whether to do another serving of Tim Scott or Marjorie Taylor Greene, but I guess we'll do Tim Scott.
Are there more? There are more?
You are our nation's greatest enemy. You say you wanted a blueprint to ruin America. What would you put in it? First, you would take aim at our patriotism. So you'd amplify attention seekers who say America is an evil country. Make it easy to get rich and famous by feeding the empty calories of anger to people who are starving for hope. 100 years ago, children were taught the color of their skin defined them. If you wanted to ruin America, you'd bring that back.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Isn't this the entire playbook of the Republican Party?
Yes. Thank you. You got it. You heard it. Victimhood.
See?
Patriotism.
Yes.
Why don't we, you know what? First of all, we need to stop calling it reparations and start calling it what it is, an invoice.
Yes.
Thank
Bill
you.
past due.
Thank you. Georgia Democrat, I saved this one for you as well. Georgia Democrat Senator Emanuel Jones took a state Senate debate, likened Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas to an Uncle Tom who sold his soul to the slave masters. I'm just trying to tell you that what we have in the African American community, when we talk about a person of color that goes black historically to the days of slavery and that person betraying his own community, we have a term in the black community that term we use is called Uncle Tom. Before going on to explain, it's meant to describe a person who back during the days of slavery sold his soul to the slave masters. Well, of course, there was a collective, grasping of the pearls, and when any black person dares to say that, right?
Yeah. But you know what? Because the thing is that people want to sit here in this comfortable space and never address it. That look, we are dealing with it from Don Lemon from another thing. He sat there talking about women over 40. You're supposed to be an ally. And what we're talking about is allyship.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have people who are supposed to be allies. I know it's hard for it's the same thing with the black cops who attacked a black man. Okay? Everybody, white people look at that and go, that's not supposed to happen. Something weird is, no. You can have people who are on your team, who are supposedly on your team, who are against you.